Hey folks, hope you're all doing well and welcome back to the channel. So just to end the year on a fun note, decided to do a show about disco. Yes, the much maligned disco. But it's a disco that a lot of us grew up with, and for a lot of us it might have been our first music that we really got into or really listened to. So was disco so bad? Well, to help me answer that question, we got Mr. Pete Pardo and Mr. Grant Arthur. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Hey, Hack, how are you?
Nice to see you.
Dude, I'm a little rushed today. I thought this show was at 8 o'clock. Thank God for my alarm. It's 10 minutes. Rush in, get everything fired up. And anyways, yeah. So we're going to talk about disco tonight. Much maligned, of course, back in the day, disco sucks and breaking records and all that kind of stuff. But, I was 10 years old in 1976, and that's what I heard on the radio. That's all that was out there was disco, disco, disco. And did I kind of really welcome the heavy guitar that sort of turned me into a rock guy? Sure, of course. We all did, right? That's what we, kind of gravitated to. But in hindsight, when you go back and you listen to some of these songs, man, they're like, I dare anybody listen to a disco song and not do the head bob, right? Like it's infectious, right? The good ones are. And then there's that whole argument, like, is it disco or is it funk?
It's a fine line. It's a fine line between funk and disco. Very fine line.
It's funk you can dance to, kind of, right?
It's like, because when I go and I went back and I listened to the 10 songs that I picked, and I'm like, is that a funk song or is that a disco song? I mean, what makes it disco? Is it that hi-hat, so many beats per minute thing going, or
funk is on the one. Listen to what James Brown said. Funk is on the one. So, Sex Machine's a good example of that.
Yeah, but I mean, the one thing that, again, I went back and listened to all the 10 songs, and there's some common denominators, okay? One of them was like the bass lines were funky as all hell, and a lot of them. They had, the horns going, the horns,
string section.
Section was a big thing too, right? And there was that, for lack of a better term, that sort of the Neil Rogers kind of going in the background, those, that funky guitar rhythm thing. Yeah. And, there's a lot of guitar on a lot of these songs. Some of the songs are, get some really good riffs going through all of them. And I'll mention those as we go through them. And there's even a couple of guitar solos here and there, But
the thing is, Hack, is that people always, when I was a kid, when we were all in that age group, we all hated this stuff. As we've gotten older, we've kind of softened to it, because as you become, you play guitar, you become a musician, you listen to this stuff now and you're going, my God, the players on these records, a lot of the players were guys that were like on jazz sessions, for one.
Yeah.
And all top-notch musicians. If you're a bass player, how could you not like this stuff? Because,
oh man,
listen to the bass on Good Times. We wouldn't have, Queen wouldn't have done what they did had it not been for Good Times. And that bass part influenced a lot of people. So there was a lot of influence, even though when we were like in middle school or whatever, we looked at it and went, but I don't know. It's okay to me now.
Yeah. It's it was fun going through all these tracks. I just want to say hello to we've got a bunch of people already in here. Web Van Driver, welcome.
Oh, Web!
What's going on?
There's Davey Cretan, welcome.
Cretan.
Just going down here real quick.
Gary should be here.
Gary's there. There's Gary.
The principal is here.
How you doing, Gary? It's going down. A lot of comments already. Got Gary. See anybody new in here?
Weird Debbie's here. Jason's here.
I don't see. Oh,
West Coast
I don't have
Dave,
my
Captain
thing up. Let me
Beyond.
see
Wow,
who's on here.
everybody's here. Holy cow. We got
Damn
it's
it, West
Jen
Coast
White.
Dave. What is this, Grace Rock Warehouse? What the hell is this?
Jason Budney's in here. I'm stealing all your subs.
Well, if you haven't subbed to Guitar Hack, please do. Well, I steal everything from Pete, so what?
Yeah,
one big happy family, folks.
Jason's here.
Yep.
West Coast Dave is in here. Wow, a lot of folks in here. Anthony Ferraro's in here.
Oh my God! Did you let Ferraro in here? Jesus. This show's already going down the tubes.
Mitch Heyman joined us. Hey, Mitch, hope you're well. Okay, like get everybody. Wow, everybody's piling in. Lots of comments already. Awesome. Thanks for joining us, guys. Yeah, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I still got like 70-80% of the people watch that don't subscribe, so it doesn't cost you a dime. Hit the subscription. That would be much appreciated. All right, so what we all did is we all picked 10 songs, and we're just going to go through them. These are like our 10 of our favorite songs from disco or that disco era. And I guess the easiest way to do it, we'll go what, three, maybe
3 and 1.
3 and 1.
no, 3 and 1. Yeah, that works. Okay.
3, 3, 3 and 1. All right, I can do that.
I'll keep it in line, Grant. Don't worry.
You know what? Because Hack,
Pete will
if
keep
you're
us
not
honest.
familiar with the way we do these things, I lose track, and Pete always has to bring me back in, line me back up, and that's just the way it is.
We're not good counting on Sea of Tranquility at all.
Well, we get going on these shows, and we're just so into it, what we're talking about. You know, once you're into the discussion, and everybody in the chat knows that already. Yeah. You know how everybody does this. Oh, I just got rid of everybody. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
He's got his abacus going. He'll keep us all in
You
time.
get zoned in, and you just lose track.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, all right. So we'll start. We'll go Pete, and we'll go Grant, and then myself. Right. So, and we'll, if you got any honorable mentions, we'll save that for the end. But yeah, Pete. Cool. So, what would be your 10, 9, and 8?
All right. So, you know, the cool thing about this is that I started putting my list together, and then I like blinked, and I had like 25 songs, and I'm like, wow,
yeah,
I really do like this kind of music. I mean, you know,
I did too.
I never really disliked disco. I grew up, you know, the height of disco, when disco was really huge for those couple of years. I was a major Kiss fan at that time, but I never hated disco because my mother listened to disco in the house.
Oh,
and I kind of was like, you know, I never disliked it because a lot of people back then were like, if you like rock and roll, you have to hate disco. And I was like, I kept that very quiet, though. I didn't really say it out loud. But all these years later, I mean, I love all this stuff. This is really great. So it was hard for me to pick just 10. And I've already changed my 10 a million times. I have a lot of honorable mentions. So I think I'm gonna get to mention all these songs today. So for everybody watching, don't get too hung up on which ones are in my top 10 or which ones are honorables, because I like them all. Number 10, I'm gonna go with Shadow Dancing by Andy Gibb, which you know, written by, you know, I mean, you
Wonder Twins Unite.
Absolutely.
That's a great song.
And you know, I remember like being a kid when this song was popular, and I would hear it on the radio all the time. I was convinced that what he was saying was shut up and sing, not shadow dancing. So, but it's a great song. It's a really good album too. Of course, it's pretty much a de facto Bee Gees album, but I think Andy did a great job for himself on this record. Really, really good song. That's mine. In fact, we're going to be Gibb heavy, I think, on this list. Just a little bit. Not surprised.
You might as well tell them what's coming up.
Yeah. So coming up, folks, on Sunday is ranking the albums of the Bee Gees.
Awesome.
Myself, Grant, and the Bray dog, Simon Bray, have picked out our 10 favorite Bee Gees albums. We just taped that yesterday. So the Bee Gees are fresh in mind of both Grant and myself. So my list is a little heavy on the Brothers Gibb, but that's is what it is. My number 9 probably should be higher than 9, but it's on my top 10. Tragedy by the Bee Gees from the Spirits Have Flown album, which is an amazing, amazing record. Tragedy is just a killer, killer song. I've always loved it. It's one of my favorite Bee Gees songs. It's so good. And I promise you not everything is going to be Bee Gees in my list, but there will be a few more, including my number 8, which is Night Fever, also by the Bee Gees. just terrific. Night Fever is a little bit more kind of breezy, sweeping kind of song, whereas Tragedy is pretty bombastic and kind of funky and hard charging. But yeah, bottom of my top 10 is going to be all Bee Gees related stuff, but we will have some other stuff coming up real soon. So yeah, Shadow Dancing, Tragedy, and Night Fever is my 10, 9, and 8.
Pete, you are so bad. You are Bee Gees crazy right now.
It's good stuff.
Can't help it, man.
I know.
Great music.
Michael in the chat says Disco Inferno is one of my favorites. Well, you might see Disco Inferno.
Well, hold your hat.
Yes. More on that later.
More on that later.
All right. You want me to go?
Yep.
All right.
Great.
All right. I think this is my virgin episode on this show. I don't think Hack's had me on here before.
No, first time.
My God, Jesus.
It's
Probably the last time.
Grant. It's overdue, buddy.
It's overdue. All right, my number 10. Now, this might be controversial because a lot of these disco tracks, when I was in middle school, I don't think we saw much differentiation. Can I say that? Differentiation. I'm not sure if that's a word.
Differentiation.
Thank you, Pete. Between some of the ones that are on the fringe of funk and on the fringe of disco. There's a fine line, like we said. Now, this is one of my all-time favorites, and maybe this is more along the lines of funk, but damn it, I don't care. Number 10, I'm going with Brick House from the Commodores from 1977.
Yep.
This is more soul funk than disco, but it got played just as much as the disco track. So it's got the bass, the horn stabs. This is the drummer sings this. It's not Lionel Richie, ladies and gentlemen, but come on. The dance mix of this is killer. That's my number 10. My number 9. Okay, we were talking bass before. Oh my God. And the song Good Times by Chic, 1979, Nile Rodgers, Bernard Edwards, a masterpiece. The bass line was sampled from Rapper's Delight. John Deacon stole most of it for another one, Bites the Dust, topped the Billboard 100. It should have been even higher, but there are other tracks that I like more. And the ones that I'm picking are just my personal favorites. Everybody looks at this differently, but I'm going to go with Good Times by Chic at number 9. My number 8, I just have to laugh. Because when we were kids, we would do this all the time. We would just pretend to do the hustle. I don't think we knew how to do the hustle, but I'm going to go The Hustle at number 8 from Van McCoy. Orchestration, string ridden, but The Hustle was iconic. Hit the Billboard Hot 100 at number 1. This is a blueprint for disco. It's not my favorite. Every time I hear it, I just kind of chuckle. And how can I not put The Hustle in here?
And we know everybody watching right now is thinking The Hustle, and in their brains are going, I'm doing it.
I keep thinking
everybody.
It sounds like the theme from The Love Boat to me, but whatever.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It's iconic. My number 8's The Hustle. How can I not include?
Good choice.
I got to read this comment from Mitch. It may be an all Bee Gees night. After watching Saturday Night Fever, I had to get the white pants, and my hair was already like John Travolta.
Oh, on the show on Sea of Tranquility, we're all wearing white suits and our hairy chests are sticking out. So look forward to that on Sunday.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right. Well, I got a feeling we're going to have more than one repeat on here. Because I'll get to that in a minute, but yeah, there's going to be a lot of Bee Gees on this. I did a show a long time ago, like my 5 favorite albums of all time. Mm-hmm. And one of them was a Saturday Night Fever soundtrack, because that is just a staple in my life that it just brings back so many. Yes. It brings back so many memories of my youth, and driving around with my uncle who's only 6 years older than me. And I thought he was the coolest guy in the world because he drove a Trans Am and he'd be blasting this shit in his car.
Did he have an 8-track playing Saturday Night Fever? That's what
it was. 8 tracks. Yeah, it was 8 tracks back in the day.
Yes.
I love.
Oh my God.
He was
got out of the 8-track.
He was like the older brother. Yeah, so speaking of which, my number 10 is You Should Be Dancing by the Bee Gees. I mean, that's just, oh God, just a driving song, man. It's got that doon 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 doon, like that guitar riff, or is electric keyboard a guitar? I'm not even sure, but man, it just yeah,
Oh, a clavinet.
yeah, and it's you know, so you can, as soon as you say the name of the song, boom, there it is, right? Like, what does that tell you, man? It's like hooks after hooks, man. But yeah, you should be dancing by the Bee Gees, and of course, it reminds me that, you know, the whole scene in Saturday Night Fever when he's stretching out all on his own, he's doing his big dance solo. I don't care. I'm not ashamed. I love it.
Well, I will say this before, hey, real quick. In the 90s, I remember they did a new print of Saturday Night Fever, and we went to see it at the theater. Brand new print, absolutely perfect, beautiful print of it, and they projected it. And I'll tell you, man, that film still stands up. That is a great film.
I got the Blu-ray, dude, and it's one of my most watched Blu-rays. That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
It's a classic.
Yeah. It's the best. It's the best. And then here's another one. And they actually, speaking of movies, they made a movie just based on this song. Now the movie was like garbage, but they got a whole movie out of this song. I'm talking about Car Wash from Rolls Royce.
Oh.
At the car wash, na, 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 na. And the whole verse, diddy, 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 right to the whole verse, and it's just it's so infectious, man. Rolls Royce, I don't know if they did anything other than Car Wash, but amazing song. That always grabs me. And the next one, I don't know, is it funk? Is it not funk? Is this band is sort of known for funk? But I'm talking about the Ohio Players, Love Roller Coaster. Oh man, come on!
Again, it's on the line between funk and disco. I kind of put it. It's more funk, but you can count it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just so infectious, man. Like as soon as that thing comes on, it's like just hooks you instantly, and it's just a great fucking song, man. Can't deny any of these songs. Unbelievable. But yeah, so those are my three. So you should be dancing the Bee Gees, Car Wash, Rolls Royce, and Love Roller Coaster, the Ohio Players. So
were you guys aware of the urban legend with that song?
Love Roller Coaster? No.
Yeah. All right. Back in the day when we were kids, this was urban legend. And maybe some people in the chat might know that, but you can hear someone screaming in the background. And what people used to say was that someone in the studio next door got attacked and killed, and you can hear their scream. I've never heard the scream, but it was urban legend when we were kids. I didn't know if you guys ever heard that urban legend.
No, new to me.
All right. Maybe it was I don't know, Ohio thing. I don't
know.
Because Ohio Players, you know what I mean.
Yep.
So,
all right, P, what's your 7, 6, and 5?
All right, my number 7 is that classic that we just mentioned before, Disco Inferno by the Tramps.
Yes.
What a great song.
Yeah.
Love it. Absolutely love it. You know, up until probably 3 days ago, if you had asked me who sang that song, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Now I know forever it's the Tramps. Whatever. It sounds like a punk band, right? But no, it's an amazing song. Absolutely amazing song. My number 6 might surprise some of you because, yes, this guy did do a little bit of disco. George Benson, Give Me the Night.
Yeah, he did do disco.
There's going to be a lot of repeats.
I know for the jazzers out there, you know, him doing disco is kind of blasphemy, right? And I kind of agree to a little bit, but you know, George did some really good pop, R&B, disco stuff after he got done with his stint on CTI Records and started moving into other areas. But an amazing guitar player. But it's like, you know, he always, like, even in a song like this, he would throw these cool little solo in there, right? That was kind of jazzy and whatever.
Yeah.
Amazing song. So yeah, that's my number 6. And my number 5 is a song by a guy we call the King of Pop, but he also did some cool disco stuff early on. Off the Wall by Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
My favorite song off that album, and it's an absolute classic. I actually, if you were to say you can only have one Michael Jackson album to take with, not that I'm a huge fan, and said you can take Thriller or that album, I would take that album every day.
Yeah. I agree with
I
that.
think it's a
Yeah.
stronger record, to be honest with you.
I think, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time we've ever heard Pete Pardo talk about Michael Jackson and his love for that record.
Yeah. It's a
So,
really good album.
I got to say one thing about the George Benson thing. So, like I said, I was going through all the songs. Like, spoiler alert, he's on my list too. And I'm watching the video for that song, and there's George Benson wearing his big jazz guitar on roller skates.
It's terrible.
I have never seen that. I have
He's
never
roller
seen that.
dancing, and he's got this guitar hanging off him, and I'm just thinking, like, I guess he's trying not to fall so he doesn't break the guitar.
How much
He's
you
got
want to
that-
bet if you were to ask George Benson about that video today, he would probably roll his eyes and say, I don't want to talk about it.
Let's not talk about that.
That was funny. Yeah.
God, that's the.
I'm having too much fun, guys. All right. What do you got
All
for
right,
seven,
here we go.
six?
Number 7, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. We're going to get back to 1978. This is one of those things when I was first starting to play guitar and I wanted to be Paul McCartney back in the day. And I heard this track and I heard the bass part on it. I was just totally drawn into it. I have to go Boogie Oogie Oogie by The Taste of Honey.
Yeah.
Just the way that the jazz bass on the beginning of it, and I couldn't get enough of it. And with the fact that it was 2 females, that was pretty cool too. I didn't care. I was just all about, and that really at that time was really the only one disco song that I really liked because the bass was so prominent right in the beginning part. And as a kid, I'm learning to play bass, and
Catchy
it was
song.
just a big influence. So I love Boogie Oogie Oogie still.
Really good. Yep.
Good song, man.
All right, now I'm going to jump off of Pete Pardo. My number 6 is I gotta go Andy Gibb, Shadow Dancing from 1978. I briefly brought this up on the Bee Gees episode because I'm just going to give another. If you're a Bee Gees fan, you haven't went down the road and listened to any of the Andy Gibb albums, please do yourself a favor because really, you had Barry producing it, you had the rest of the Bee Gees on it. It was basically the Bee Gees band playing on it as well. But man, Shadow Dancing.
He wrote most of the songs. So basically,
he wrote most of the songs.
Yeah.
It's like a Bee Gees album with the little brother singing.
Pretty much.
And Andy was great. Andy sounded great. You might think that this is a little bit more pop. I think it's pure disco, but the bass is great. The rhythm is great. It was a big hit. And to be quite honest, I like it. I can't get over it. All right, number 5. We're going to stick in that vein. I'm going to go with Night Fever by the Bee Gees.
Yep.
Saturday Night Fever gem, ladies and gentlemen. Here you go. You've seen this all before. It's got lush strings. The Gibb brothers, the harmonies on this are great. This guy was on the Billboard Hot 100. It dominated number 1 in 1978. When Saturday Night Fever hit, this just really solidified the Bee Gees. So it's phenomenal. The tracks on this record are great. So anyway.
Yeah.
There you go. My number 5, Night Fever, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a killer record. All right. So here comes some repeats. So my number 7, Good Times, Chic. I mean, come on. Good Times. Don't. I mean, just that groove, man. And again,
Tony Thompson.
And the guitar, man. Ding, 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 ding. I mean, just, Nile Rodgers, man. Like he's the king of the stratty, percussive, funk guitar, whatever you want to call it. Just unbelievable. Another repeat. Give Me the Night, George Benson. I mean, it's funny. He's got a lady doing backups. And he sings a verse, and then she's doing all these jazz singing all these jazz runs, and then he scats with what he's playing on the guitar, so he's infusing his jazzy thing into it. But again, it's still got that signature hi-hat, snare, disco beat, but it's a really catchy song. It's infectious. All of these songs are infectious.
Yeah.
So number 5. This band is not really known as a disco band, but as far as I'm concerned, and I think a lot of people are concerned, and this was their big breakout hit, this is a disco song. And I'm talking about Blondie and Heart of Glass.
Okay.
Okay. So you got the sort of the keyboardy thing, sort of like early onset Giorgio Moroder kind of, thing that they're playing along with. But again, there's that jazzy guitar happening there, and it's live drums. And I mean, for me, the highlight of the song is when Clem just starts breaking out and starts at the end, and he just starts doing all these rolls on the toms and whatever. And I mean, Deborah Harry's just gorgeous and amazing on that song. So that's my number 7, 6. Yeah, there's my 3, 7, 6, and 5. Yeah. And Heart of Glass, that's another song that was all over the radio, right?
Yeah.
And they got a lot of shit for that because they're coming out of CBGBs or this whole punk kind of background, and then they started doing pop and disco and whatever, and they got real popular, but they also pissed off a lot of people. But hey, big hit for them, broke them out, man.
So they made a lot of
great
coin.
band. They did a lot of great stuff, varied stuff. I think they're so good.
Yeah, I love Blondie, man. We got to do a Blondie show, Pete, at some point. Got to do a Blondie show. All right, so Pete, 4, 3, and 2.
4, 3, 2. So talking about a band that really did not do disco, but they did disco on one album, and specifically this song. Maybe you guys know it. A little bit of Miss You by the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
I mean, there is probably out there somewhere. There's video of me from probably 15 years ago, dancing drunk to this song, singing this song on the deck of my pool. At least it was posted on Facebook at some point way back, but it'll probably take it down. But yeah, I love Miss You. I think Miss You is a great song, and just goes to show you that a band like the Stones can do disco when they want to, because there were a lot of bands that were not disco bands and decided to do,
Kiss. Sexy, Rod Stewart, right? Kiss, of course. I Was Made for Loving You. A lot of them jumped that train, right?
Oh yeah. And I think the Stones probably did it better than all of them, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
If you've ever heard the 12-inch version of it, you get it for like 10 minutes of it, and there's like different. Mick Jagger's doing a whole different thing. The dance mix of that is the definite mix of that.
Yeah, it's great. It's awesome.
It's great.
Some Girls is a great album, so it's
good record.
Awesome. So that's my number 4. My number 3 is a band that has numerous disco hits, more known as a funk and R&B band, and one of the great like horn bands in pop music, I think, and that is Earth, Wind, and Fire, and the song is September.
September, yeah.
Classic.
September is so great. I mean, the vocal arrangement, the horns, the groove, everything. It's just so good. It's such a memorable song. I was sitting there between that or Boogie Wonderland, and they're both great, and that one's in my honorable mentions, but they're awesome stuff. So yeah, September is my number 3, and my number 2, let's go back to the Brothers Gibb for Staying Alive, a staple of the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack, and one of the great legendary disco songs of all time. I mean, that vocal line is so good on the chorus, and the groove and everything about it's just so magical. Staying Alive is my number 2. So
you gotta say, like, I mean, the musicianship and the arranging and the playing, I mean, it's all top notch. I mean, it's all good stuff. It's, if you compare that stuff to sort of the current dance, what would be termed as dance music, like EDM and all that, where it's all like, like a keyboard riff and a drum beat and, like maybe a throbbing beat. I mean, there's really no harmonic content happening there. It's all about the beat. Whereas back then you had all this melody and harmonic content and you had the beat, it's miles away from what current dance music is back then, played with real live musicians. I mean, these are all people playing. I mean, you get a little bit of keyboards, a little bit of programming initially, but I mean, it's all players, and it's
that bass line is just driving that whole song.
This was like the golden age for bass, man. At this time,
if you're a bass player, you really need to dive down that road and listen to a lot of this disco, because it's just phenomenal musicianship.
And of course, who's playing the bass on those albums? Maurice Gibb himself.
Is he, or is it I don't know, maybe.
I'm pretty sure he was playing a lot of that stuff.
But Staying Alive, you do know that's a drum, that's a tape loop.
Is it really? Okay.
Yeah, because if you listen to it, I think it's Steve Glad. Who is it? The drums? I can't remember. It's a tape loop, and it just plays over and over again. It never changes.
Interesting.
Just full of trivia, ladies and gentlemen.
There you go.
All right. What do you got? 432, Grant.
All right, here we go. 432. I'm going to jump on the bandwagon that Guard Guitar Hack was talking about. I'm going to go with Blondie Heart of Glass, 1979. There's a disco. Well, yeah, it's damn disco, but it's kind of like a pop disco hybrid. Since you have to admit, everybody in the chat was raving about the drums on this, and you have to admit, yeah, phenomenal drums on this track. Yeah, phenomenal. There's not much of Blondie's punk roots on here, but it's a great single. And if you ever heard the demo, this version's way better than the demo.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, get the remasters of the Blondie catalog. You get all these like early versions of some of those classic hits, and yeah, they're very different.
Michael saying, don't say disco adjacent. It's disco adjacent. All right. Number 3, I'm going to go with Casey and the Sunshine Band. No one's mentioned any Casey and the Sunshine Band. But if you get, I think all you need is, if you're into the Casey and the Sunshine Band, or the greatest hits, pretty much all you need. But the tracks are on the Casey and the Sunshine Band greatest hits are top notch. Yeah. I'm going to go with That's the Way I Like It. 1975, horn driven. When you want to start a party, you got to play Casey and the Sunshine Band. You've got call and response vocals. The groove on this, I mean, is it funk? Is it disco? It crosses that line, but everybody loved it. And in the discos, they play this all the time. Phenomenal. Love Casey and the Sunshine Band. Great stuff. All right. My number 2, this, I'm going to go back to 1977, and this is very iconic. How could I not put this at number 2? Because this is the sound of the future. And I've read articles where they say that this is the sound of the future. I Feel Loved by Donna Summer. Giorgio Moroder. Yeah. It's, it's like if you take Kraftwerk and turn it up to 11, that's what you've got for the background. And it's all electronic. It's all synthesizers. It's all, Moogs, whatever you want to say. I never know what the freaking shit to call it. It's revolutionary. It's futuristic. I know. I can't remember. I'm just a monkey. But you listen to it now, and I don't think it's dated at all. It's techno. I think it's timeless. I don't think it sounds dated at all. Donna Summer sounds great. She's the queen of disco, so I had to put that in. I think it's
a little long, though, and a little too.
Not if you're at Studio 54 doing cocaine off some chick's stomach. No, not really.
But if you're driving around in the car and you tune into the disco station and that comes up and it's like what?
Yeah, play the single version. But if you're hopped up on coke at Studio 54, you can't get enough.
The condensed version is amazing. I agree.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, and we've all been there. Studio 54. They're snorting coke off a lady's belly.
I'm just saying, you've seen the pictures of Studio 54. There was a lot going on there.
This is true. As a New
Yorker, I've heard lots of stories. So yes.
Yeah. So there you go.
All right. Well, I got some others that have been mentioned here. So my number 4 was mentioned earlier. Disco Inferno.
Yep.
By the Tramps with 2 M's.
2 M's.
And of course, that was on the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack, and that's got that driving line that it's infectious and it's unbelievable. Really, really cool. And this band already made a mention, but man, they were just masters at this. Phenomenal musicianship. Again, mentioned Nile Rodgers earlier. I gotta go with Le Freak. Oh my God.
Yep.
What an amazing song. And one of my favorite musical moments of all time is on that song. There's a part where they start modulating. The bass starts moving up, and he's playing this amazing bass line, and Nile Rodgers are moving up. And the way he ends it, he goes boom, ba-doo-doo-doo-doo, and I'm like, oh my god, I want to play bass.
Bernard Edwards was a monster player.
Oh, that's I was. So thank you. I couldn't think of his name, but my god, man, that guy makes me want to be a bass player. Like, just and every time he plays it, he does like something little slightly different. You know, ba-doom, all these little things, you know, to break the monotony of it. And there's now playing, modulating right up with them. And it's just, that's like one of my favorite musical moments of all time is the modulating bass in Le Freak. I know it's weird, but that always kills me.
Well, you know, the other thing, if you ever listen to Power Station and Tony Thompson's drums on the Power Station stuff.
Yeah.
He was a Chic, the musicianship in Chic was absolutely off the charts.
Yeah. Yeah, great players, great writers, great everything. Yeah. And this one has to be mentioned. This is sort of like the poster child for disco song. I got to mention I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor.
Oh, look at you.
You know.
Look at you.
And again, it's got that funk guitar on all the verses. And then at the end, the tag out, when it goes into the strings, that's Rocky. Final scene, right? Isn't that Rocky? Final scene. When he's in the ring and he's calling for Adrian, and they're playing the music in the background. That's the tag out for "I Will Survive." Prove me wrong.
I trust that you know your Rocky movies.
They ripped it off because every time I hear that, I'm like, that's Rocky. But yeah, amazing song. I mean, Gloria Gaynor, you know, that's like an anthem. So yeah, those are my last three. So the Disco Inferno, Le Freak. So I got Chic on here twice, and I Will Survive, Gloria Gaynor. Anytime those come on, the head gets going. Love it. Love it. All right. Time for number one.
Number one, get the falsettos going. You Should Be Dancing by the Bee Gees. Yeah, to me, it's like the ultimate disco song of all time.
Yeah.
Gary Gibb, baby, man.
You should be dancing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to hurt yourself.
I'm not even going to try and do it.
Do it, Pete.
Try and do it like Barry? Yeah. No, it's not happening. Not happening.
Yeah, it's a great song. That's a great song.
It's a killer song.
All right, what do you got, Grant? What's your number one?
My number one, this is the quintessential disco anthem, and I'm surprised Pete rated it so low at number 2, I think. But I have to go with Staying Alive, and everybody in the chat, when you think disco, you think Staying Alive.
Yeah.
You think John Travolta kind of walking down the street.
You do, and the thing is, if you've ever read anything about this, what really is incredible about the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack is that the brothers Gibb wrote these songs in like a half an hour. I mean, they didn't take very long to write all this stuff, the new stuff. You know, Staying Alive, you think that they would have put really some effort into it, but it's a classic. It's great. I could listen to it over and over. I think it's the number one disco song of all time. So,
Weird Debbie says she can sing that high when she passes kidney stones.
Well, Debbie, I don't know if I want to hear that, but
I don't even know why I want to think about it, but okay.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
That is kind of rough.
Well, Grant.
Yes, sir.
What am I going to tell you?
I don't know. Kiss?
My number one by the Bee Gees.
Okay.
Staying Alive.
You make me so proud.
Oh,
I'm
man.
surprised Kiss didn't make an appearance yet.
No. I mean, Staying Alive. That don't like. I mean, that riff, and it's just, and then you know when you watch the movie, you get the visual. He's walking with the paint can. You know,
it's great.
It's untouchable. I mean, these are all phenomenal songs, man. I mean, you know, it's disco, man. I mean, it was good stuff. It was played well. A lot of great musicianship. A lot of great, you know, amazing bass playing on that. you know, the funk guitar. They're all doing the funk guitar. Like, I mean, that's almost like a common denominator in every one of these songs. And then you got like the horns, you know, punctuating, and the nice lush strings. It's good stuff, man. It's danceable, but it's good music at the same time. You know, it can be both, folks. It can be both. You know, so there you go.
Very true.
All right.
Excellent.
Okay, honorable mentions. Pete, you said you had a few.
I got a few. You ready? How about Funky Town by Lips Inc?
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
That's like 1980.
I know, it's a little late, right?
Pretty
It's a little-
late. Yeah.
pretty late, but still really good. Turn the Beat Around by Vicky Sue Robinson.
Yeah.
Classic.
That's a classic.
I have The Hustle as well. How about Dancing Queen by ABBA?
Yeah.
Another classic.
Another classic. Do You Think I'm Sexy by Rod Stewart? I got multiple Casey and the Sunshine Band song. Get Down Tonight. That's the way I like it. There's others. They're all good. Rock Your Baby by George McRae. That's a really good song.
That's a good one.
If I Can't Have You by Yvonne Elliman.
Oh, yeah.
I like her version better than the original Bee Gees version.
I do not, but I like her version.
Yeah, it's quite good. And then I think last but not least, I have Heart of Glass also by Blondie. So that's all I got.
All right. Well, kids, I thought maybe one of you would mention this. I'm on my honorables. I have to put "I Was Made for Loving You" by Kiss, and I've mentioned this before on various shows that when we were kids, we heard Dynasty, and it was just another Kiss album. And Kiss did a disco song, and we just went, "All right." We were so into Kiss and hardcore, we didn't judge them. We just went, "That's a great song," and you have to admit,
100%.
great song. So I have to mention that. I'm going to go back, since we've been on a Cleveland tirade in the warehouse. I'm going to go with Play That Funky Music by Wild Cherry.
Great.
Yep.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. If you've listened to any other I've got this comp on CD that's got all these different Wild Cherry tracks. That there's nothing. Wild Cherry is really not represented in the digital format very much as far as CDs. And most of the songs on there sound like Play That Funky Music. Just to throw that out there. My other honorables: Get Down Tonight, Casey and the Sunshine Band. Another Donna Summer song, Love to Love You Baby, which is kind of like the other track to some degree, but this is 1975. And she's moaning through the whole thing. So
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that. It's very erotic. And for my young ears, that was, just saying. Funky Town, I'm going to, like Pete, I'm going to go with that from 1980. This was a big hit. This is the end of disco, but it's a great track. And now this could be considered funk or dance, but how could I not mention Super Freak by Rick James?
Oh, yeah, totally.
The 12-inch version of it, great. Giorgio Moroder said that this is the top disco track when it came out in 1981. And that's late. I kind of look at Super Freak as more funk, but whatever. My other one, Ring My Bell by Anita Ward.
Yeah. Ring my bell. Yeah.
Infectious.
Yeah.
Infectious. Okay.
Say the title and it pops into my head immediately. What does that tell you?
Exactly. All right. I'm going to go what Pete said. Earth, Wind, and Fire, September 1978. What more can I say?
Yeah.
You want hooks? This is your track. The last one I'm going to mention, I think, was it Pete that mentioned this? I think Boogie Wonderland, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Boogie Wonderland.
The horns.
Yeah.
This is this is another example of a funk disco hybrid, but it's phenomenal. I love it. And I think the Emotions do the background vocals on it. I think I have the 12-inch on vinyl, and you got to have the 12-inch version of it. So there you go. There's my honorables.
Well, you guys mentioned most of the ones that I was going to say, but I have a couple, and here's some obscure ones. So one I'm going to mention, and this song blew me away. It came out, I was probably 9 or 10, but I loved it. A Fifth of Beethoven.
Oh, yeah.
Walter Murphy.
Walter Murphy.
Forgot about that one. Yeah.
I love that song, the Walter Murphy Band, right? So love that. And this, I don't know if this came out in the 80s, and I always loved this song. It's by a German artist who just called himself M, and the song is called Pop Music.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Don, 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 pop, pop, pop music. Oh, that is so.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That's
God.
almost more new wave, though.
Yeah,
it's,
that's
it's
why I
on
wasn't
that
sure if
fine
it was
line.
fit. That's why I wasn't sure if it was gonna fit, but I had to mention it because no one else had mentioned it. But yeah, and then Rock Me Amadeus. I mean, which I guess is later, and that doesn't really count. But
Yeah, it was a
But there
big
you
hit,
go.
though.
Oh, I love Rock Me Amadeus.
What about Miko? Remember Miko did like the Star Wars theme in a disco.
I do remember that.
Remember
Yeah.
Miko?
Yeah.
God, that was a big deal. When we
Yeah.
were kids, loved it.
It's good stuff, man. And this was a great way to go back and revisit those songs because I just had a blast. It was just hard picking, like you said. It was hard picking 10. I love the nightlife. Another song that I think Alicia Bridges is that. I love the nightlife. I love
Correct.
the boogie.
That's a good one. Yep.
That's
I
another
love the
great,
nightlife. I love to boogie.
on the disc going, yeah. Love that shit.
So good. Yeah. So good.
Just the way she sings it.
Oh
right?
my God, we're old.
Oh,
I'm thinking young Logan in the comments must be like, Jesus. These guys
Logan
are
hates this shit.
He
Absolutely hates it.
You know what? If you've never gone back and listened to this stuff, man, just check out some of the bass lines. My God, the bass lines, the funky guitar. I mean, it's just really good shit. It should not be disco. Give it a listen. It's good stuff, man.
What was the Wing song? Why did it just pop into my head? I would have picked it.
Good night tonight. Good night tonight.
Yes, I would have listed that. And the Paul's bass.
Don't say
Paul's bass playing on that.
Say good night tonight. Yeah. That's a great song. That's a great
song.
And that was
God. How did I forget that?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, everybody had a shot at it.
The greatest bass line of the 70s, though, was Silly Love Songs.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
God dang.
100%.
I mean, that's not disco, but I could listen to that bass line over and over again. And to play it, there's really not that much.
Mix out everything else and just have the bass line for all 3.5 minutes. I'm hooked. I'm sitting. I'm listening. Yeah.
The other thing was cool about I know we're on a tangent. I can't help myself. Was cool about Wings and Paul McCartney in that era because, Paul was playing bass on all that stuff. If you listen to the mix on all those Wings songs, the bass is really jacked up.
Oh, yeah.
In the mix more than anything. So you can, if you like bass, I mean, Paul's just right out front.
And then listen to all those songs on Wings Over America, the live album. It's even louder on there.
He is like crank it. It's like Paul's in the studio going, well, we need to bring that up more.
Yep.
I love it. I love all of it.
We need to hear the bass, folks. We need to hear it.
Got to hear the bass. Yeah. All right. So, Pete, anything you want to mention coming up on Sea of Tranquility?
Well, I mean, the holidays are approaching, so it's going to be a little programming light, but we do have the UK Connection coming up this weekend on Saturday afternoon, part 2 of our mega songs. Are they hits or are they shit? That's coming up on Saturday.
Are they hits or are they shit?
Hit or shit. Yeah, exactly. So, yep. Mega songs, hit or shit. So that's coming up on Saturday. That's part 2. Part 1 seems to be very popular. And of course, Sunday, please tune in Sunday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for top 10 albums of the Bee Gees, along with Grant and Simon Bray from the UK Connection. So yeah, that'll be lots of fun.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun on that show.
Yeah.
What about yourself, Grant? Warehouse or Contrarians?
It's like same thing Pete's saying. Things are getting light. I was supposed to do a show with Anthony Ferraro, but he canceled. So we're gonna have to reschedule it. I'm just throwing him under the bus. But it doesn't matter. I'm just giving him crap if he's in here somewhere. Anyway, but Sunday, I don't think there's nothing going on tomorrow. I'll probably generate something. Sunday we have the psychedelic breakfast at 9 a.m. where we play an hour of psychedelia. And then, ladies and gentlemen, at 8 p.m., we are going to do the annual Warehouse holiday party where we play 2 hours of Christmas related material.
Oh boy.
And I can guarantee you Santa will show up for that.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, so folks, if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing, trying to get my numbers up. That would be much appreciated. If you're interested in any hack merch, it's all 15% off until the end of the year. If you want to help support the channel, again, those links are all below. That would be much appreciated. Next year, we're going to keep going. We got show already planned for myself and Martin in January, so this will continue. We got Grant in here to fill in tonight, which was awesome. Thank you so much, Grant, for popping in and helping
Well, I
us
don't
out.
think Martin would be on this show talking disco.
We
so
tried to get him.
I
He was
don't
not
really
having any
think
part
he's
of it.
filling
He was
in.
not having any part of it.
Disco. No
Not
part of
having
it.
any-
But yeah, so and Saturday I might be going on and doing a live solo show Saturday night. But yeah, hopefully we'll see you all then. Got 50 people watching, 52 at the moment. Thank you all
Nice.
so much. You guys all rock. If I don't see you before then, have an absolutely fantastic Merry Christmas and have a wonderful New Year. And we'll see you all in 2026. Hang on, guys. Take
All
care.
right.
Everybody.
Take care, everybody. Happy holidays.
See everybody.